I've been here 22 years.
It'll be 20 years this fall.
I started back in 1997.
And I've been here now, it would be 40 years.
Nearly 42 years.
Almost 30 years. Next year I'll be here 30 years.
I started here in 2002.
2002.
Back in December of 2000.
I've been involved working here for 46 years, but in my life I've been involved over half of that century.
The UNOH family, celebrating 100 years in education. From a small office building in downtown Lima with nearly 24 students in 1920 to a 200-acre campus on the West End, the University of Northwestern Ohio has been pursuing its drive for excellence for more than a century.
I drove by the school daily, and I always thought in the back of my mind it had a lot of potential for growth.
When we started out, we had maybe 4 or 5 international students when I first began at UNOH, and now to be up around 100 is a great asset to the university and the community.
We operate a lot on our own resources, and just being able to do that this long in an industry that can be as volatile as education, I think speaks well for all the management over the years.
So how did a small accounting and secretarial school grow from a few dozen students to what it is today? It's all about innovation, vision, and the never-ending pursuit of excellence. When school enrollment grew to 200 students, it was time for a location change to the Barnett Building on North McDonald Street. After being purchased by local businessman Lauren Jarvis, the home of campus moved to North Cable Road in the early 70s. That's when things really took off. Automotive and diesel programs were added to the curriculum, and the school changed its moniker to match its courses, NBC Tech. On-campus housing was added, and accreditation from the Higher Learning Commission was obtained. And in 1992, the college became a not-for-profit institution.
Becoming a not-for-profit was huge, a first step. Our Higher Learning Commission accreditation, spearheaded by Dr. Mueller and Nancy Meyer and the team back then, was a major step for the university. Becoming a university with 4-year degrees and master's degrees. Those are all major steps. Being the first automotive program in the state of Ohio in 1970, being the first to have a high performance program in 1992, all those are huge steps in our history and what brought us to where we're at today.
The turn of the century came with a new name, the University of Northwestern Ohio. UNOH now includes more than 20 buildings for learning, recreation, and resources, 4 dorm communities, an indoor athletic complex, Racers Station, the home base for student activities, a quarter-mile high-banked dirt track known as Limaland Motorsports Park, the UNOH Event Center, and the Ohio State Beauty Academy. It was time. UNOH was ready for their 100-year celebration. The year was 2020. It kicked off with a ceremonial toast to 100 years.
As we embark on our 100-year celebration, we need to reflect on those successes that have exceeded our expectations and those hardships that have made us stronger. I want all of us to have a great 2020 year. Let's make it our best.
Then, things came to a screeching halt as the COVID-19 pandemic forced the university to go 100% remote for the first time in its history.
The COVID-19 pandemic is something that no one in the world really ever saw coming. The way it changed our operations, how we educated our students, how we kept our staff safe was unprecedented. But as we shook off the shock of it all, we did what we do best. We gathered together, even if virtually, and got to work.
Celebrations were put on hold while the university brought together faculty, administrators, and staff from information technology, housing, maintenance, and marketing to figure out how to educate students, many of whom were not used to learning in an online environment. The challenge was not only to figure out how to continue classes 100% online, but to figure out what campus would look like when students returned to classrooms and shops. Technology infrastructure was upgraded. Masks, sanitizers, plexiglass barriers, social distancing stickers were put in place. And after 5 months of a deserted campus, the university welcomed students back with smiling eyes in August of 2020. The first academic year back on campus, during the height of the pandemic, wasn't easy, but faculty, along with their students, were relieved to be in the classroom doing what they do best, making their dreams come true.
If I can live vicariously through the professors, I'd be giving high fives all around to every single one of them that have influenced a student's life to get to that job. And the fact that they have those jobs is, that's why we're here.
To be able to take a student who comes here with little to no knowledge, they have the desire and the willingness to learn and participate, and they achieve goals that they probably never realized that they were even capable of doing. And to see them go out and succeed in society and a career path that they choose is just a wonderful feeling.
With the pandemic easing its grip in the summer of 2021, university leadership wanted to bring back a sense of normalcy to operations in the safest way as centennial celebrations resumed with the inaugural UNOH Family Picnic. The picnic was followed by a resumption of student activities and campus events that hadn't been experienced by students in more than a year. And students weren't the only ones happy to see campus bustling in 2021. As the end of 2021 draws near and the centennial celebrations, albeit late, draw to a close, one thing rings true at the University of Northwestern Ohio. It's a family. And their goal is to turn students' passions into careers, foster amazing work environments, and continually pursue that drive for excellence.
If I could help people understand how important they are for the young people that go to this school, they borrow money to sit in your classroom. They pay it back after they graduate. When they graduate, they contribute to society. You just can't have a job where those kind of feelings and emotions happen so often.
We're here for the students. Sometimes that's hard to remember. When economies change and when the dynamics of the campus change, it becomes very difficult. But remembering in the long run, we're here for the students who want a better education, to make a better life for themselves and to provide for a family. That's why we're here.
When I'm working here, I've always felt that I've been part of the future. Even after I'm gone, the things that our university has done will live on through our students and alumni.
We have leaders in place that will help guide you along the way, help you understand what excellence looks like, and find your best fit for the university. It's a fantastic place to work.
And as it goes with families both large and small, they will endure all things, even in the face of unprecedented events. Our students will continue to gather both in and outside of the classrooms, putting their education to work. Our faculty and staff will continue to evolve and adjust programming to meet the demands of the industries we serve. And the university will provide a place where those passions are realized and careers are launched.
I remember sitting in a meeting in California with the dean of Yale University's nuclear medicine program. And our assignment was to explain something that we do. And he went through a whole process of what he did, and all of the science and research went through that. And I very politely said to him the same thing that many of the people from College of Tech said, well, what we do is we help get you to work every day. We provide the technicians that can repair your car so that you get to work to do the things that you do. We provide ground level people to enter the business world that have practical experience. We've always promoted the College of Business as a program where you're in your major the first quarter. So we want people to go out and apply the knowledge faster than most institutions normally would. I believe that what we do, we're a mix of a vocational technical training center, a community college, and a university. And I think we've taken all the good aspects of all three and made them great aspects of UNOH.
The people we've touched, the lives we've touched with educating them to become productively employed in their chosen career path. I mean, when you're in a business that helps people, there's no other better feeling. So I mean, personally, it's one heck of an achievement, but just all the memories, all the people, and what we've meant to everyone is probably the biggest achievement that I think UNOH has done in its 100 years. I've always viewed it as the UNOH family, and I mean that from my heart. I believe in that philosophy. I think my coworkers believe in that philosophy, and it's something that we've been and something that will continue far beyond my time here as the UNOH family.
The University of Northwestern Ohio, 100 years old and growing. We are all racers. We are all part of the Northwestern family. Congratulations, UNOH. Into the next chapter we go.